Pentatonix, and welcome to the world of Ha!
Hey everyone, Hassan here. Welcome to the world of Ha. Today I have another Pentatonix reaction video for you. Here's the deal. It's obviously Christmas time with PTX, and they released their Best of Christmas album, which had some great new tracks and a bunch of their, best Christmas songs, of course. And it was super cool, and did some reactions to that. The God Only Knows video was cool. We know that they filmed a video for Your Mean One, Mr. Grinch. Hopefully that comes out soon. It may already be out by the time I get this reaction video posted. But if it is, I'll be reacting to it soon. But there was another thing that happened, and Pentatonix was featured on a track on another album. And so, for those that know Christmas music, you may know the name Bing Crosby. I'll be honest, I didn't know the name. Christmas music is always one of those things that, I don't celebrate Christmas, so I grew up on Christmas music from hearing it on TV and movies at the mall, watching, Rudolph and Frosty and those things, so, I know a lot of the classics, but, I never knew much about, who any of the artists were, that sort of thing. So, once I read into Bing Crosby a bit more, I learned a lot more about him, and so what they've done, so Bing Crosby, for those that don't know, is the OG sort of, or at least a lot of people when they think of Christmas music, they think of him, and one of his songs was White Christmas, which apparently, according to the description of this video, was the best-selling Christmas single of all time, which is pretty crazy. And they've released an album called Bing at Christmas, and basically, they've taken the audio recordings of Bing, and they've brought the London Symphony Orchestra in with it and redid some of these songs. So basically, because Bing is no longer with us, they've re-restored sort of these old vocals and created these new tracks or new arrangements, which is very interesting. And so I'm curious to see what this will sound like. Pentatonix did a version of White Christmas already, and their version, if I can quickly Google here while we talk, was a very different take on it, and it was done with, that's what it was, I just want to double check, the Manhattan Transfer. So it was a collab, and it was a very interesting one. I liked it, but it was definitely a different take on the song. I'm assuming this one, so Pentatonix is featured on a Bing Crosby song now, so this on sort of the original version of White Christmas, but with the London Symphony Orchestra. So I'm very curious. I'm assuming this is going to be much more like the classic original one, so I guess we'll have to wait and see. But anyways, enough talking. I will put a link in the description box below so you can check out the song as well. But we're going to react to it and see what we think. So here we go. This is Bing Crosby, Pentatonix, and the London Symphony Orchestra doing White Christmas. It already feels more classic. Okay, yeah. That iconic voice. Definitely heard it many times.
Just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children.
Some great harmonies going on in the background with PTX.
Sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas.
And I'm pretty sure, so Kevin must be singing too, I think. I hear him. Because there's no beatboxing right now. I think he's singing kind of high too.
May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white.
Oh, here comes the London Symphony Orchestra. Such an interesting mix to have the orchestra, PTX, and then Bing's vocals too. But this sounds nice right now.
where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear the sleigh bells in the snow.
It is very nice.
I'm dreaming of a
And very slow and classic, unlike our other versions. It's very fast-paced.
with every Christmas card I write.
May your days
Be
be merry and bright, and may all
I will say,
your Christmases be white.
very, very classic feel to it. Definitely. But there's one thing that I want to say. And, okay. Yeah, really cool. So, the thing I was going to say is Bing's vocals that they used, you know, they must have taken these old original recordings and everything. So it's, the audio quality on those old recordings is not the same as if you currently record things, right? So it's a little bit more sort of muffled and not as like super clear and pristine, right? And so it was slightly odd when they had Bing and then PTX singing together, and especially because he would sing it and he would have this like little pause in between saying some words, and it almost looked like they cut off the audio track, and then PTX would keep singing and then he would jump back in, and like, I guess there's limitations at what you can do, you know, because of the fact that it's been so long and just the quality of the recordings that are out there. But I don't know. I don't know how that part was a little odd to me. But, you know, obviously there's some things you don't have control over, and if they're gonna do it, I think it definitely sounded beautiful. I loved PTX's harmonies. They're great as always. The orchestra was an interesting touch. It was a very different style song, like in terms of, because of that mix of having the orchestra and PTX and all that just all together. Very different than what we've traditionally heard PTX with, outside of the you know, occasional dabble with an orchestra, you know. But it was interesting. It's definitely interesting. I do feel like, so this is very classic, right? But I do feel like the Manhattan Transfer version was super fun and different, and that's kind of what made it interesting, you know. Whereas this, if I'm gonna listen to the classic original, I kind of would just want to listen to the original. So this was kind of in a weird place for me in terms of why this exists. But that being said, it was still enjoyable and still pretty good. But, you know, that's just me. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought of this one, and what do you think of it compared to the Manhattan Transfer version as well. Maybe some of you thought that they changed it up too much with that version, because I could totally see that as well. So I'm curious to know your thoughts. But also, I wanted to end this video with one other quick little FYI. Because as you know, I do share and post a lot of PTX content on the channel, and one of the things that happened recently is I went to the Pentatonix Christmas concert in Virginia, and it was amazing. It was so good, as always, right? But what I did, as I've done before, is I recorded the concert and uploaded it for you all. 4K video, 60 frames per second. I was in the front row and wanted to share that experience, partially, you know, just for me to be able to relive it myself, but then just to share those moments with other people that were at the show, other people that maybe internationally that don't get the chance to see a Christmas show, just to have that memory preserved on the internet, right? Unfortunately, I was asked to actually take the video down. Basically, the label was going to submit a copyright claim, have the video flagged, and have it removed. I was given sort of a heads up, I guess you could say, by their management, by PTX's management, and said, hey, as a favor to us, would you remove the video and take it down sooner? And so I did. And so a couple things that go with that. First and foremost, the video is no longer on the channel. So if you didn't get the chance to watch it, I'm sorry. But second, please do not direct any type of negativity at all towards the band, towards the management, anybody. I 100% completely respect their decision, and I understand their decision, and I will always respect their decision. If they ask me to take something down, I will do it. I do wish there would be some more clear communication and guideline as far as what's allowed or not allowed, that sort of thing. But if they ask me to take something down, I will respect their wishes and do it. So I just want to make that clear as well. But then third, what comes with that is I don't know going forward then what I will be able to share or not when it comes to those concert videos. So keep that in mind in the future. This doesn't change anything for my reaction videos. I will continue to do those unless otherwise. My come along video was recently blocked by Sony Music Entertainment. So if that keeps up, then that might become a challenge. But for now, it seems to be the rare occasion. And that's been up for months now. So I don't know. But I will continue to react. If you're watching this video, then you know this one successfully made it up, and I'll continue to do what I do. All I want to do is support PTX, promote the band, and continue to share my love of the band with the world. So if I can continue to do that, then I absolutely will. So anyways, hopefully you enjoyed my reaction to this version of White Christmas. Thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I will see you later.